see how that happened? Okay. Okay, that might be good.
I'm going to use my phone to hold it up.
Yeah, push it up against that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So, Lori.
But I don't look at you when you interview.
No, I'm going to actually get over here so you can't look
Okay.
at me and you feel like, okay, at least I'm talking to somebody.
Thank you.
So, Lori, how did you hear about the Finesse My Credit program?
I first heard about the Finesse My Credit program because I met Jenna Finesse in the bathroom. You probably don't want me to say that. Sorry.
No, actually, it's good. Because I meet people all over the place.
Jenna Finesse in the bathroom.
No.
You'll start over. Okay.
No. But no, that's cool. You can say that.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. I first met, I'm sorry, what's the name of the program again?
It's Finesse My Credit.
Finesse My Credit.
So how did you hear about the Finesse My Credit program?
I first heard about the Finesse My Credit program by meeting Jenna Finesse in the bathroom several times and asking what she did. And I became interested because I'm going through divorce and was interested in refinancing my home. So after several months, I finally got around to it.
And I'm just going to ask you some off the wall ones. But what was part of your hesitation for finally getting around to it?
My hesitation in getting around to it was mostly I wanted to make sure that I was close enough to refinancing my home or buying it that the information I could use soon after. And finances. Yeah.
Okay. And so you've taken the class?
I did.
And what was your best part about the experience?
The best part of my experience in the class was learning that you could actually change your credit score in a very short period of time. And some of the different ways to improve your credit score and to be able to share that with other people.
What was your best part about your one-on-one sessions?
Best part of my one-on-one session was that I learned my credit score was much higher than I had any idea, and also that Jenna Finesse helped me to meet with a banker, and I realized I could actually refinance when I didn't think I could at that time.
So as a result of your class, what are some of the results that you've seen after signing up for the program?
So some of the results I've seen after signing up for the program is, first, I am in the process of refinancing my home. So that's awesome. And that's really the big one. I have a lot of things still going on, so I haven't yet done some of the other things that I plan to. But I'm just excited that of all the other things that I can do to help myself financially.
I love it. Do you want to share a little bit about, where you are? Because here's where I think this video would be super effective. Like, there's a lot of women, we overcome by our testimonies, right? And so there's a lot of women that's going through certain things in their lives. And I think it would be super helpful when they hear from someone else, like, I'm there too. Remember, I'm a prime example when we were in the bathroom and I said, I went through a divorce and it was hectic. And then it was like, we instantly connected because you were going through a divorce. Right. And so it was like, before you knew that, yes, I'm a nice girl that you meet in the bathroom every now and again. But it was like, no. But when you knew something and we had that connection, then it was like, yes, now is the time. So
right, and actually, you had let me borrow your book months before.
Oh yeah,
and I had looked at that, and so I knew from that you did, and I also I can't think of her name.
Chandrita? Mm-mm. Oh, Marcy.
Marcy, who I knew from when I went to school at Everest, because she was our director. I mean, I totally trust her judgment, but I'm pretty sure Marcy is fairly affluent, and I don't know that she's gone the path that I have. So even though I trust her, there's something about seeing someone who's gone the same path that you have.
I totally agree.
That just makes you go, okay, I really know what
what I'm going through and help me get out of this.
Yeah.
So, then I'm glad you shared that. What I would like for you to share, if you're willing, talk about, some of the thoughts and the feelings that went through your head before you said, yeah, let's go. Because I know a lot of people, like I do a Facebook Live every single week, and I get people that always comment or send me inboxes and things like that, but they're super reluctant to actually go through the program because they're like, I don't know if I'm going to get the results. I don't know. So if you could speak to those women that are reluctant to say or to move forward, what are some of the things that you could share about, your experience or just encourage them?
Right. And I'm trying to think, because even at the time, things were a little tight as far as because of the uncertainty of the divorce.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember what triggered. Because honestly, the timing of all of it just was perfect. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember. Yeah. So part of it is it was like, honestly, if I had gone earlier, I wouldn't have asked some of the same questions. True. So it was actually a good thing that I waited. Mm-hmm. So that, do you know what I'm saying? Because Absolutely. At that time, months earlier, he was just going to take $400 a month off of what he was paying me. So I wouldn't have asked the questions I did about refinancing in the class if I had gone earlier, which would have been really unfortunate for me.
Yeah, that's true. It would have been premature.
So, sometimes waiting isn't always a bad thing.
You're right.
That's
good stuff. You're absolutely right. So if you could encourage someone that needed this type of assistance, what would you tell them?
Okay. If I could encourage somebody who needed this type of assistance, I would encourage them to really look at trying to find a way to make it work, because the information that you learn, will put you further on the track toward your goals. And my background, I'm going through divorce, and I was needing to refinance or find a way to buy a home because I couldn't really afford the mortgage at what it was. And so going to Finesse and learning about that helped me to figure out that ways to improve my credit score and actually a way out of my situation faster than I would have had before. And it gave me hope. I was so overwhelmed when I met with Finesse and the banker to realize that I actually could refinance, and it gave me a way out that I didn't expect. So I think, and if you go, you'll have the tools to get yourself out faster as well.
I agree. Thank you for that. And I know that a little bit of your background, just being a homemaker for years and depending upon your husband. Right. And then going from that dependence to now independent and just really scared.
It is scary. It's very scary.
Yeah. It's like, wow, wait a minute, hold up. I don't even know what to do here.
Right.
So can you speak to the fact that you had a coach, sort of like a guide? Like, here's my options. Here's what I think I want to do. But do you know of anything else? Can you speak to that a little bit?
What do you mean by that?
Like when you came and you were like, okay, I think I want to buy a house. I want to but I have to stay in the same neighborhood, and here's my parameters.
Right.
And then it was like, well, wait, why not refinance your house? Well, because I got to give him money. And it was just like, a lot of uncertainty. Right. But then your coach was able to say, well, let's try this option, and brought in the resources. Right. To give you some options, I guess.
Okay. So how did I start that up? Oh, there's so much information there. So what did you want me to start with on that? I am so sorry.
No, exactly about how you were feeling, the uncertainty, and that, after my initial session, I was, hopeful, but still uncertain.
Right.
And then during that session, what you received.
Okay. So after my first session of meeting with Jenna Finesse, I was optimistic because of my good credit score, but I still saw the goals that I was trying to achieve as being much farther off and maybe not very workable. But when I came in for this met with Jenna Finesse, at the time I was just wanting to buy a home, sell our home, and buy a home on my own. But I thought that would be impossible for me to do. But as I sat and talked to Jenna Finesse, she helped me to see the different options, and actually brought in a banker who helped me to do the numbers and actually figure out a way that was much more workable for me. So sometimes there are options out there that we don't realize, and so going and talking to people who know, or bringing in, Jenna Finesse knows how to bring in the right resources, so that you actually can maybe approach your goals in a way that you hadn't thought of.
I love that. Okay, and so lastly, I would just say, you have any final words for somebody that might be watching this video that might say,
For anybody who's watching this video, my final words are, I would really strongly encourage you to take the course, because you will more than get your returns on your investment. And it'll, your future will look brighter and be brighter because of the knowledge that you learn and the skills that I don't think are easy to come by, other than maybe someone who's learned it from the road of hard knocks and then can point you on an easier path than learning all on your own.
I'm gonna add in there the song, "It's a Hard Knock Life." No, I love it. I appreciate you. I thank you for doing this video, and we can cut it off.
Okay.
Actually, that one I already cut off, didn't it?
It did. I think it just did.